Vegas Edmen, now Daddy Edmen. Is it like Vegas Daddy Edmen or what's up?
Yeah. It's the new dad strain, brother. Yeah,
How is dad life?
awesome. It's like I have more purpose in life, more motivation in life. I'm just blessed. So thankful.
I mean, it kind of showed in your fight, man, and it was a fantastic win, fantastic finish. How'd you feel about it?
I felt great. I wish it would have went longer, but yeah, it was awesome getting the victory, especially stuff we've been practicing all of camp. So whenever you're practicing and then that works in the fight, it's the best feeling, and I'm just so thankful.
Yeah, I mean, how's it been actually training with Eric and having Eric coach you, and how has your game evolved?
Yeah, it's been awesome. With Eric, we have a great group there at Extreme Couture. Just constant work almost every single day, just improving techniques, drills, all that sparring. It's been incredible, and I couldn't have asked for a better team.
How does it feel to get back in the win column, right? Like your last fight, you were doing so good, and then shit happens. Getting back in the win column, is it relieving?
Oh yeah, definitely. I never like to lose, but at the end of the day, all my losses I feel like have been a learning lesson for me, and all my wins and losses have been a learning lesson to me. And I've been in the UFC for about 7 years now, so being 27 years old in the UFC with 7 years of experience in the UFC, I think is incredible, and I could take so much from it, and that's what I'm doing every single day in training and out of my fights.
Do you kind of trip out that it's been 7 years and all these fights?
It's crazy. I cannot believe it. I got signed in 2018. It's 2025. It's nuts.
And obviously when you got signed and your first few fights, man, there was so much hype, and obviously you went through your losses and then just kind of like been back and forth. But do you feel like there's still the ceiling is so high for you, and still young at 27 years old, like there's still more for people to see of you?
Definitely. I believe in myself. My family believes in me. My coaches, training partners all believe in me. So there's definitely a lot more to grow from and get better. Whatever you saw me in the beginning in the UFC, yeah, it was a great run, but I feel like I'm so much better now. So I've gained so much knowledge, so much experience, and I'm just going to keep getting better and better.
Every fight just keep evolving and
exactly.
showing a different aspect.
Yes.
When would you like to return?
Probably like June. I want to get 3 to 4 fights this year. Yeah, and I would love to, if it happens, I would love to run my last loss back. I feel like I rushed in that fight and made a mistake. After hurting him, I rushed, but I hope that fight happens, hopefully in June.
To feel to have both the Shahbazyan brothers get first round finishes.
Oh yeah, it was awesome. My brother got a win last night. He was the main event at Tough Enough, and then he started the weekend off great, and then I got the first round finish too. It was incredible, and having your brother fight on the same weekend, like I didn't watch his fight until after. Like I waited for my friend and coach Eric. They texted me what happened, the results, and then after that I went and subscribed to Fight Pass and I watched it. I said I wasn't gonna watch it, but then I'm like, I have to now. And then, but yeah, it's nerve-wracking when you have a sibling fighting, and then he did great, and I'm so happy for him. He was so happy, and we're gonna celebrate together this weekend.
It's nerve-wracking, but then after he wins and after you win, it's the best feeling. Right?
Yeah, like after he wins, it's like a relief. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do my thing right now. It's not like any type of pressure. Like I have to win. I'm confident in myself. I'm gonna go out there and perform.
Congrats, bro.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
I feel bad our colleague, he left, but he wanted to call you Edmen Shahbazyan.
That's funny. That's a good one.
Well, certainly the power showed. Tell me about that strike. They replayed it and the sound was just sickening. When you threw it, could you tell that you did something pretty spectacular with that punch?
Yeah, honestly, like it was just I didn't even throw it hard. Like it was just a technique, proper technique. We were drilling that technique with Eric in the back and in camp, just the pull back right hand and the slip inside right hand. So it kind of came like second nature to me. Didn't really overexert, didn't really commit heavy on it. Just a slick boom.
Yeah.
Right hand.
And it's funny, I'm sure you have strategies and game plan as what's going to play out, but, when you sort of was playing out the fight in your head, was that any of the options that you thought? Did you think, was that one of the versions that you saw?
Absolutely. I think my right hand in this camp has been good. I've been hitting it really good, and it was definitely one of the options. I visualized a lot of ways I won this fight, and that was definitely one of it.
How much better do you feel about your striking now than when you first came into the UFC?
Well, a lot better. Just my knowledge and my experience in the UFC and facing different styles of opponents. Yep. I've gained a lot of experience in my striking, and then of course the training.
Yeah. So does dad power feel different when you're hitting mitts?
Definitely. No effort now. No effort, just touching and people going down.
Congrats on the victory.
Thank you.
Barev, this is Edmen John.
Barev.
Congratulations with the win. That's all I know in the ring. So today we saw quite a few good finishes on this event. Why should 50K goes to you?
I think mine was a pretty clean hit. I mean, I'm not discrediting any of the other finishes. I think mine was a very clean hit. And now I'm a dad. I think that extra 50K will be memorable for my son. My first win, and he gave me the bonus. He gave me the strength for the bonus.
Congratulations on that, by the way.
Thank you.
And one more from me. Today, Arman is in the house.
Yeah.
Have you seen him?
Yeah.
So maybe he gave you some advices or something.
Yeah, I talked to him before the fight and then after the fight. And he told me he was going to come to my fight, and I love Arman. He's a good friend of mine, and I'm so thankful he came out to support and represent our Armenian culture.
So maybe you'll tell us a secret. How does he feel now? Is his injury?
I haven't spoken about the injury with him, but I hope he's recovering well. I hope everything is okay, and I'm looking forward to seeing him get that fight back. The belt fight.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Well, one more quick one. There's this theory out there, right, that like whenever young fighters get in the UFC and they take a couple of losses, that the UFC rushes you. Do you think that happened, or do you think at that time when you fought Derek Brunson, you felt like you were at the top of your game?
I believe so. Yeah. If you're doing well, you're gonna fight better and better competition each time. And at the end of the day, UFC is a business. You got to perform. They're gonna put you with good people. Everybody's good in the UFC, but you're not gonna just stay at the same ranking. You're gonna climb, fight better guys. And yeah, definitely, I feel like fighting those fights, I deserve those fights, and even though I lost, it is what it is.
Congrats, bro.
Yeah, thank you.